Hi everyone, welcome to week 7 for junior cycle ordinary level. So today we're going to be dealing with welcome to week 7 for junior cycle ordinary level. So today we're going to be dealing with percentages, and we're going to be doing a couple of basic examples and then some questions from exam papers as well. So a couple of things, I suppose percentages. Percent means per hundred, so that's the first thing I'm going to write down here. So percent, so always associated with 100. So percent means per hundred. So percent means per hundred. And an example of this, so 20%. So 20% could be written as 20 out of 100. And if you put that into the calculator, you'd get a fifth. Okay, so we're going to do an example. So example 1. And you are going to be asked to find 20% of 60. So you're asked to calculate 20% of 60. Now there's a couple of different ways you can do this. So I'm going to show you a couple of different ways. The first way, we have just found out there that 20% is equal to a fifth. So if we got a fifth of 60, if we multiplied a fifth by 60, you put that into the calculator, you get 12. Another way that you could do that would be if you multiply it by the decimal. So 20% in a decimal is 0.2. So 60 multiplied by 0.2. And again, if you type that into the calculator, you will get 12. And then the third example would be, the third way you could do this is multiply 60 by 20 over 100. And again, if you put that into the calculator, you will get 12. Now there is a fourth way that you can do this. And this is by getting 1% of 60. Okay, so if we find 1% of 60 first of all, so the way we get 1% of 60 is going to be the total, which is 60 divided by 100. To get 1%, that's 0.6. So that's what 1% is. We are looking for 20%. So 20% is going to be what you have for 1%, which is 0.6, multiplied by 20. And if you put that into the calculator, you will get 12. So that's a couple of different ways to do that. I'm going to write out another couple of examples of fractions and whole numbers converted to percentages. So 1 over 10, that's the same as saying 10%. And you should get used to seeing these as well. Kind of these ones should kind of stay fresh in your head. A fifth is the same as 20%. A quarter, this will be one that you remember, is 25%. A third is 33.33%. Now, you can write it as 33.333% or 33.33%. That's a recurring number. A half is 50%, so that should sound familiar. 1, now this is really important, I'm going to put an NB beside this. 1 resembles 100%. So that's really, really important. And then 2, if you wanted to write 2 in terms of percentages, it would be 200%. Now, you don't see it too often, but you would write that. If you were asked to convert 2 in terms of percentages, it would be 200%. So I'm going to do 2 examples now on the next slide, and then we're going to do some exam questions. Okay, so we're going to go on to example 2 now. For example 2, so VAT at 15% is added to a bill. And you were asked to calculate the total bill. Okay, so for this one, what we're going to do is write down the information that we have first of all. Okay, sorry, I actually forgot to add in there what the bill is. So added to a bill of €84.60. So we're going to write down the information we have. So the bill is €84.60, and VAT, so value added tax, is added at 15%. So what we need to do now is calculate 15% of €84.60. So 84.60 multiplied by, I'm going to get the decimal, 0.15. So if you put that into the calculator, you will get €12.69. So now what we need to do is we need to add that onto the bill. So it's going to be 84.60 plus €12.69. When you put that into the calculator, you will get €99.29. So that's that one. We're going to do example 3 now. So example 3. So Patrick bought a car for €14,080. And he sold it for 16,000. So he sold it for 16,000. Now you were asked to calculate his profit. So calculate his profit as a percentage of the selling price. Now be careful here because you are being asked to calculate the profit as a percentage of the selling price, okay? So first of all, we need to get the profit in euros. So it's going to be 16,000. Take away 14,080 to get the profit in euro. So when you take them away, it's going to be 1,920. In order to get the percentage profit of the selling price, so we're going to put the profit in euro, which is 1,920, over the selling price. Now the selling price is 16,000. So you need to put 1,920 over 16,000. To get a percentage, you're going to be multiplying that by 100 over 1. When you do that, you will get 12%. You need to be careful there because usually they ask percentage profit and it's usually over the cost price, but in this case, it asks you percentage over the selling price. So you need to be careful with that one. So we're going to do a couple of exam questions now based on what we're after doing there. Okay, so I pulled a paper here from the 2013 paper, and it's paper 1. So 3 students completed a test, but got their results in different ways. The teacher told Karen that she got 0.7 of the questions correct. John was told that he got 80% of the questions correct. And David was told that he got 3/4 of the questions correct. Which student got the best result? And give a reason for your answer. Okay, so we need to convert all of the results to the same quantity, whether it's decimal, percentage, or fraction, okay? So if we deal with percentages, we'll say, so Karen, she got 0.7, okay? So 0.7 translates to 70%, okay? So Karen got 70%. John got 80%, that's already in percentage, and 3/4 for David. So David got 3/4, that's 75%. So which one was the highest? The answer is John. Okay, so the answer is John. Now the reason that John got the best result is because John got 80%, while the others got 70% and 75%. And that's that question answered. So you're better off converting everything to percentages, and then you can work out, it'll be quite clear then who got the highest. There were 20 questions on the test. How many questions each did Karen, John and David answer correctly? So for Karen, we know that Karen got 70% of the questions correct. Now, we need to get 70% of 20 because there's 20 questions. So there's 20 questions in total. If she got 70% of them correct, we multiply that by 0.7. 20 multiplied by 0.7 is 14 questions. John got 80% of the questions correct. So if there were 20 questions and he got 80% of them correct, we multiply by 0.8 in decimal. So 20 multiplied by 0.8 is 16 questions. And then finally David, he got 75% of the questions correct. There were 20 questions, he got 75% correct. So we multiply that by 0.75 and David got 15 questions correct. I've pasted the last part of the question onto the next slide so it can be seen more clearly. Now the question is to find the mean number of correct answers. So the mean, we always add up the total divided by the number of students in this case. So the mean number of correct answers, we're going to add all of their correct answers together. So Karen got 14 correct answers. John got 16 correct answers. And David got 15 correct answers. Now there are 3 students in total, so we divide it by 3. When we add 14 plus 16 plus 15, we get 45. 45 divided by 3 is 15 correct answers, is the mean. I have another question now on the next slide based from exam papers. So I've pasted another question here. So this is from the 2015 paper 2 question. So 2015 is paper 2. Okay, so the question is, so in a shop, the VAT rate for each item is 10%. So VAT is value added tax. The shopkeeper knows the selling price of an item before VAT is added. Give an example to show how she could calculate what the selling price of this item should be after VAT is added. Okay, so I'm going to use an example. If we say that an item is being sold for €50 before VAT has been charged, okay, so if we say an item is being sold for €50 before VAT. The way we calculate VAT, so we need to calculate €10 of €50 and then add this cost onto the selling price to calculate the total cost with VAT included. Okay, so let's just do that. So €50, 10% of €50 will be €50 by 0.1. And that will give you €5. So the VAT is €5. So now we need to add the VAT on to the selling price. So €50 plus €5 would give you €55. So that's the price including VAT. So I'm going to label that. So selling price including VAT. That's how you would approach a question like that. So I'm going to put up another question now on the next slide. Okay, so I pulled another question here from 2012. It's paper 1. John takes his car to the garage for a service and receives an itemised bill. Find the total cost of servicing the car. Okay, so first of all, they put oil in it. So 5 litres of oil at €4.20 per litre. So that's going to be €4.20 multiplied by 5 because you have 5 litres. So if you put that into the calculator, you will get €21. 2 windscreen wiper blades at $4.50 per blade. So $4.50 per blade, and you have 2. So you multiply that by 2 and you will get €9. 2 brake shoes at €28 each. So if they're €28 each and you have 2 of them, you multiply 28 by 2 and you'll get €56. 2 hours of labour at €60 per hour. So €60 per hour by 2 hours, will give you €120. So the subtotal before VAT added, so that's going to be, I'll just do that here actually. So 21 plus 9 plus 56 plus 120. So you need to add all of those up together and you'll get €206. Now, VAT is added at 13.5%, so you need to get 13.5% of 206. So 206 multiplied by 0.135 is going to be €27.81. So €27.81. So we're going to put that in there. So €27.81. The total bill, you're going to add the 2 of these figures together, and that will be €233.81. So that's it for question 4 there from 2012. So I'm going to go on and do another question now. Okay, so I pulled another paper there, and this is going to be from 2013 paper 1. Croke Park in Dublin holds 82,300 people when full. During a football match, a reporter estimated that the stadium was 40% full. How many people were estimated to be at the game? And give your answer correct to the nearest 100 people. Okay, so we had 82,300 people. Now, if it's 40% full, we need to multiply that by 0.4 to get exactly how many people we had. So when you put that into the calculator, you get 32,920. Now it asks you to give your answer correct to the nearest 100 people. So this is the bit we're looking at here, so 920. So we need to round 920 either up or down. So the way we do this is we look at 920 is closer to 900 than it is 1,000. So we're going to round it down to 900. So that's going to be 32,900 people. 8 people ate at a restaurant. Each meal was approximately the same cost. The bill was €128 and a service charge of 10% was then added. Michelle said that €15 each is enough to pay the bill and the service charge. Do you agree with her estimate and give a reason for your answer? Okay, our total is €128. We need to get what 10% of that was. So we multiply it by 0.1 to get 10%, and that's going to be $12.80. So we now need to add 128 plus $12.80 to give us the total cost of the bill, and that's €140.80. Now there was 8 people, so there was 8 people in total. So the total bill was €140.80. So we divide that by 8 people to give us how much roughly each person should be paying. So €140.80 divided by 8 is €17.60. So this is the figure that each person should be paying. So Michelle said that €15 is enough to pay the bill and the service charge. Well, it's not. It's $17.60. So the answer is no, it's not. We don't agree with her estimate, and the reason is the total price or the total cost of this bill was €17.60 per person. So therefore, €15 each would not be enough to cover the bill. Now there's a last part to that question I'm just going to put up on the next slide. So the last part of this question, it says, can you suggest a better estimate? Give a reason for your answer. So we have figured out that each person should be paying €17.60. So €17.60 is the cost per person to pay the bill. So a better estimate would be anything that's greater than or equal to €17.60. So the answer we can write down is anything equal to or above €17.60. And the reason being is that the bill, or the total bill, costs €140.80. So there are 8 people. Each person should pay €17.60 if the bill is split evenly. Okay, so we're going to do another question now. So this question is from 2019 and it's paper 1. So tickets for a concert cost €70, €80 and €100. Raphael bought 3 tickets. The total cost was €240. What tickets could Raphael have bought? So here we need to add a couple of the costs together and see what combination will add to give you €240. So if we tried adding €80 plus €80 plus €80, that will give you 240. So that's one combination. Another combination we could try is €70 plus €70, which is 140. 140 plus 100 will give you 240. So either of those combinations would work. So I'm going to just put down 80 plus 80 plus 80. A booking fee of 8% is added to the €240. Find the total price after the booking fee is added. Okay, so the cost price is €240. The total price after the booking fee is added, so we need to get 8% of 240. So 240, and again I'm going to use decimal, so I'm going to multiply it by 0.08. So 8% of 240 is €19.20. So now we're going to add that on to the cost price. So it's going to be 240 plus €19.20. So when we add both of those together, we will get €259.20. So that is the total price after the booking fee has been added. And then there's one more part to that question, which I'll do in the next slide. Okay, so in total, 60,000 tickets were sold for the concert as follows. 20,000 tickets were sold at €70 each. 25,000 tickets were sold at €80 each. And 15,000 tickets were sold at €100 each. What we want to do is find out the total cost of all of the 60,000 tickets that were sold. So I'd always start by writing down the information we're given here. So the total amount of tickets was 60,000. The first bit of information we're given there is that we've 20,000 tickets at €70 each. So the total cost of that is going to be €70 by 20,000. Now, when you multiply 20,000 by €70, you're going to get 1,400,000. The second bit of information we're given is that 25,000 tickets, so 25,000 tickets at €80 each. So we now need to multiply €80 by 25,000. And if you put that into your calculator, so €80 multiplied by 25,000, you will get 2 million. And the last piece of information we're given there is 15,000 tickets at €100 each. So that's going to be 100 by 15,000. When you multiply 100 by 15,000, you will get 1,500,000. So now what you need to do is you need to add these three figures together to get the total cost. So the total cost of all 60,000 tickets that were sold is going to be 1,400,000 plus 2 million plus 1,500,000. So you can plug that directly into the calculator, and when you do that, you're going to get 4,900,000. So the important thing there is making sure that you're writing down all of your information and doing the calculations step by step like I have done there, and then finally adding up all of the values at the end to get your final answer. If you do it like that, you'll get the majority of the marks. Even if you made a small calculation error in the very last part here, you would get the majority of your marks here if you had all of these right. So the key is to write down all of your information and take it step by step, and more importantly, take your time with it. So I am going to attach some links for junior cycle ordinary level for percentages for this week. I'll attach that to the chat, and I will speak to you next week.